Hello. Today I will take the topic of Taenia infections. It is also called as dermatophytosis. The common name that is mostly used is ringworm. It is just a misnomer because it has nothing to do with worms. Ringworm is basically a fungal infection of the skin, and you will be surprised to know that 20% of the population suffers from this disease. Allopathic people, they don't have any treatment. They have treatment, but it goes on recurring. I am going to show you the efficacy of homeopathy in this disease, which affects 20% of the population at a given time. Now this infection, I have seen patients, I have cured hundred of patients of this ringworm or dermatophytosis. I have even cured this infection in doctors who have been suffering for years. They say, unhygienic conditions are the cause of this problem. But I have seen, people who have white collar jobs, they also suffer from this disease. And it is so much tormenting for the person who suffers from this because of its nature of recurrence. You apply ointment, there are so many ointment, there are so many antifungal creams like grisofluin, then there is clotrimazole. All these remedies, when the person applies this thing on the skin, it disappears in no time. In 2 or 3 days, the infected part will go away, but it returns again with a vengeance. I will present cases, 100 of cases I have cured, and some of these cases, the person are suffering from childhood. Some from 5 years, some from 10 years, the entire body is affected. Now, they say that the fungus, it is in the form of spores and they remain in the objects. They can remain for months and they feed on the protein in the skin called as keratin. But all these things doesn't matter, because allopathic people, they might know all the causes of this problem, but they are unable to cure it. You go on applying the cream and it returns back again and again. It doesn't make any sense. And they write, it gets transferred from human to human. It gets transferred from animals, pets like cats and dogs. And it can also get transferred from objects. And they say, you get infected if you are going to the swimming pool or public places. People, they get infected when they stay in a crowded place. But it is only given in the books. I have seen people who have got white collar jobs, doctors, lawyers who are sitting in air conditioning. One of the causes they say is that it is common in people who have excessive sweating. I have seen it in people who stay in the air condition 24 hours. Those people also suffer. Any part, entire trunk, they have given different names to the Taenia. Taenia corporis and cruris if it is affecting the groin, if it is affecting the nails. It has got red itchy patches and it goes on. There is terrible itching, especially when the person goes to sleep by the warmth of the bed. Now there are so many causes. They say that 40 types of fungal infection cause these things. But what is the use when you cannot cure? You just get a temporary relief. I had a patient, I had a patient, I will present those cases. I am going to, hundreds of cases I have cured. I am going to present the most severe, and the more severe it is, the earlier I can cure it. Any type of fungal infection, I have cured so many patients of this fungal infection that any type of fungal infection I can cure with homeopathy. And it can be cured. Maximum time I have taken is 3 months. In the most extensive form, the entire body was affected. So when the entire body is affected, they called it as Taenia corporis. When the groins, it is called crucix. When the nails are affected, it is called as onychomycosis. But what does, I mean, in homeopathy, the name doesn't matter for me. And just imagine, it is like an epidemic. So many people, 20% of the population suffers from this problem. And homeopathy is very much efficacious to cure any type of fungal infection. But it's not like that you will use any remedy. You have to take the case properly, and then only you can cure these Taenia infections. So please contact me if you have any such severe fungal infection. I can help you out with any type of fungal infections. Thank you.